Welcome back everyone, I'm Craven and this is Daybreak 2 and we're still on Nemeth Island and we got a few little things for us to do today. And that is 2 connection events because we watched fairies and we're gonna pick the other 2 hopefully somewhere today. We got 1 more activity and we got a quest inside a building. And I want to start with that first just to see what it is. If it's just a simple monster extermination or if it's an actual substantial quest or not. So let's go upstairs and see what it is. Pretty sure this is Walter and Toussaint's room. I feel kind of bad that Toussaint has to share a room with that guy. Wait, I hear voices. And is that someone crying? Why me? My horrible luck finally makes sense. It's all because I've been cursed. That's gotta be Toussaint. Sounds like he's not in the best mood either. Maybe I should pop in real quick to check on him. Hey there. Sorry for barging in. The spriggan? What are you doing here? Oh, nothing. Just thought I heard somebody blubbering their eyes out and figured I should look into it. Rooming with Walter's dead bad, huh? I wasn't blubbering. Do I look like a blubbering type to you? And while I certainly am not pleased to share a space with a brute, there are far more concerning matters on my plate at the moment. Okay, then lay it on me. What's the problem? There's this reporter named Marielle. You know, the one who was taking pictures for tourists earlier today. Yeah, I know her. Looked like she was giving them away too. Well, a little while ago, I received a few pictures of my own from her. That's when I saw it. A strange white shadow hovering over me. Oh, brother, that's what got you so upset? Hey, this is a big deal, alright? Here, see for yourself. There really is something there. It was taken out in front of the abandoned church, right? I wonder what that haze is. See, I told you there was something strange going on. It must be a ghost, and it's been haunting me this whole time. Well, at least you got a pretty cool picture out of it. How can you be so blasé about this? This is evidence of paranormal activity. Ghosts caught on camera. Even modern science has been able to prove of the afterlife. How are you not absolutely petrified? I don't know what to tell you. If the higher elements are at work here, I wouldn't be surprised if a place like that was teeming with ghostly looking monsters. There's a lot of stuff that can be explained with science. Doesn't mean you're being haunted. You mistake me for a fool. I should have known you wouldn't understand. First I had to deal with a horrible incident in Basel last year. Then I lost my job and now I can't even take a proper vacation. I am positive it is because of this evil spirit. There's simply no other explanation. As long as I got its claws in me, my life will be filled with nothing but misfortune. How will I ever rid myself of this horrible affliction? Look, if you're that scared, why don't you try and figure out what that white blob actually is? Sure, it looks like a ghost, but maybe it's just like when people see celebrities in their toast or something. I suppose the unknown is sometimes more scary than the truth. But how do you suggest we investigate the identity of a ghost? The very idea is ridiculous. Actually, I think there might be a few people on this island that might know a thing or two about spirits. Plus, I'd hate to leave him like this. If I ignore it all, he might just become even more of a headache. Should I help him get to the bottom of this ghost business? Definitely. I'm intrigued, especially since it involved the church where we found a very weird symbol. That still needs to have purpose, and maybe we can find that out in this quest. So, how about this? I'll figure out what's going on with this ghost thing as long as you put in a formal request. Requests? Oh, you must mean your 4 SPGs. Hey, as luck would have it, I know some people on the island right now who could be considered paranormal specialists. With their help, I'll be able to figure out the truth behind your little ghost problem. And hey, if it really is a ghost, all we have to do is exorcise it. I figured it'll be a lot more constructive than just sitting here freaking out about it anyway. Well, as much as your skepticism irks me to no end, you do make a good point. Fine, I formally request your services. Although I'm not sure how far I trust these specialists of yours. Hey, cause it's a deal. In that case, mind if I borrow the picture? Gladly. In fact, I'd rather you have it anyway. Alright then, I'll get back to you after I talk to Mariella and the others. Actually, I might even have them come by to give you a once-over too. Just wait here for now. Of course, but make sure you're quick about it. Well, guess I should go find Marielle then. Might be a good idea to talk to someone familiar with the island too, so maybe the villa manager? Could also ask the Grolsritter for help. Although I don't think Celeste was ever all that good at the whole clairvoyance thing. Should probably just stick to hitting up her partner. Then there's Shizuna. Think she mentioned something about having spiritual powers back when Mare possessed Yume, so might be useful. Well, I'm sure at least one of them is capable of clearing up this mess.
Well, we're on the clock now.
Photo of a phantom started. I'm intrigued. Can't say I'm thrilled to depend on you, but I do appreciate the help. Now go find out what this hazy white blur in the photo was, and make it snappy. Well, scan isn't showing anything else in this room, so that's good. So do we need to talk to everyone that we just mentioned? Or is it depending on our own choice? No, it has to be everyone, right? Oh wait, it's the activity. Never mind, wrong color. I was thinking, why can I not press the X like I normally can?
Let me ask you something.
Sorry to cut into your fun, but can I ask you a work-related question? Sure, go for it. Van took out the picture he borrowed from Thousand and began to explain the situation. Ah, I see. Chasing down a ghost, huh? Sounds like a pretty fun job. Kind of fitting for this island, don't you think? What's that supposed to mean? Oh, it's nothing to worry about, at least for the time being anyway. Look, if you're not gonna tell me, you could at least stop being so ominous. Anyway, to answer your question about my abilities, yeah, I can detect evil spirits. Can even exorcise them too. But based on this picture, I don't really think that's what you'll need from me. That's not to say Thousand isn't being haunted though. Well, would you mind stopping by and take a look at him? I get the feeling he wants a diagnosis straight from Norse's mouth. Sure, I don't mind. Hey, so when am I head over now? Hey, Thousand, I brought somebody to see you. I'm sorry, but who are you, miss? Well, she's someone important from the east. Got a talent for seeing spirits too. Hey, my name is Shizuna. Nice to meet you, Mr. ex-CAO. Yes, likewise. I don't believe I quite understand, but whatever insight you can offer would be most appreciated. Was there anything you noticed about the picture? Well, I didn't get the sense that there was something ghoulish going on, if that's what you mean. But I figured I could at least check you out, just in case. Yeah, just as I thought. You're no host to a ghost. You do seem to be giving off some pretty negative vibes, though. Negative vibes? Well, I guess it makes more sense to say he's irritated or annoyed. Here, let me put it like this. Strong negative vibes attract bad things. Usually just general misfortune, but on other times it's evil spirits. Anyway, I don't know your situation, but I'd recommend trying not to worry too much. Do something to get you out of the slump you're in. Wow, wasn't expecting you to give the guy life advice. The reason I came here in the first place was to refresh myself. I've just had so much bad luck lately. Well, nevertheless, I appreciate your suggestion. However, none of that explains anything about the white haze in the picture of mine. Do you know what it could be? Well, at the very least, I don't think it was a ghost or a human. What's that supposed to mean? I may know a thing or two about spirits, but I'm not a medium, you know. Guess it's just something you'll have to wreck your brains out. Alright then. Thanks again for your help. Yeah, thank you for your time. Guess I better keep working my way down the list. Yep, until one person knows exactly what it is. Or at least is close to it.
Got a question for you.
Van took out the picture he borrowed from Thousand and began to explain the situation. I didn't realize I caught a ghost in one of my pictures. It's all my fault that Mr. Thousand is so on edge about it. If only I had checked them beforehand. I should go and apologize. It's not your fault, I'm pretty sure the guy's just paranoid about anything and everything. Anyway, do you usually see stuff like this in your photos? Well, I wouldn't say it's common, but I've definitely taken some that were pretty similar. But my co-workers at Tyrell Times have said I'm the only one who's had this issue. Maybe she has a knack for capturing ghosts on film. No, it's just her luck of finding something newsworthy, like the whale she took a picture of just by accident. Did you notice anything strange around the time that you took the picture? Oh no, I don't think so. I think it was some time around dusk. I was just getting ready to turn in for the day, and that's when I spotted Mr. Thousand. He was trying to get inside the abandoned church, but it seemed like he'd given up. I figured I would take a picture so he could have a nice keepsake. Oh, I almost forgot. That's the only picture I took with the flash on. Although that's about the only thing out of the ordinary I can recall. The flash, huh? That might have something to do with the haze then. Thanks for the info, Muriel. Of course, happy to be of help. Guess I better keep working my way down the list. Yeah, and I'm more than happy to do so. No, manager first.
Got a question for you.
Van took out the picture he borrowed from Thousand and began to explain the situation. I see. Well, that certainly does look a bit spooky. With you being the manager and all, I thought maybe you might have some idea of what it could be. Anything come to mind? Well, to be frank, I don't think I've heard talks of ghosts around here. That's not to say we haven't had a few slightly odd disturbances, of course. Mind telling me about them? Oh, certainly. One of our guests was taking a walk one night when they said they saw an enormous, terrifying shadow. People were concerned about the possibility of it being a monster, but after conducting an investigation the following morning, we came to the conclusion that it was likely a wild animal. Because the street lamps were stretching its shadow, it seems much larger than it actually was. Yeah, I guess that makes sense. Knowing there haven't been any ghost sighting in the past is helpful on its own though. I'm sorry I couldn't provide you with any more information. Please, let me know if there's anything else I can do to assist you. Sure, thanks. Guess I'd better keep working my way down the list. Yeah, I think he can be very useful with this, with clairvoyance. Perhaps.
Got a question for you.
Sorry to spring this on you out of nowhere, but can I get your take on something? Why, certainly. It's a clergyman's duty to lend an ear to those who seek one, no matter how disreputable they may be. Could have gone without that last bit, but thanks. Van took out the picture he borrowed from Thousand and began to explain the situation. Ah, so you wish to know what this ghost really is. I'm not sensing anything odd from the picture itself, but knowing I was taken on this island does make me wonder. Huh? That's a bit more ominous than I was expecting. I think I should meet with Tausend. I'll explain in more details there. Ah, are you a priest with the Septian Church? That's correct. My name is Leon and I'm what some call a traveling priest. It's a pleasure to make your acquaintance. The picture Van shared with me didn't give much to go on, so I thought it better to meet you directly. So, do you think there's something going on with him? Worry not, friend. I don't sense any spirits on your person. Really? Oh, that is certainly a relief to hear from a priest. However, it would be prudent to keep your wits about you. This whole island has been stained by some sort of stagnant energy. What? What do you mean, stained? Well, just as it sounds. I felt a very particular sensation ever since we've stepped foot here. It's as if a dark cloud is looming over the entire island. I won't know more until I've had a chance to conduct a more thorough investigation, however. Well, at any rate, it's not uncommon for spirits to congregate in places with an excess of energy. Even if you aren't being actively haunted at the moment, it is still possible that something has its eye on you. I'd suggest you stay indoors after nightfall. I would also be mindful not to get into any mishaps during the day either. Oh, I see. So much for being relieved. Well, this was definitely a strange turn of events. Thanks for the help, Leon. Oh, not at all. I'm glad to be of assistance. If you have any further need of me, I'll go ahead and take my leave. Farewell. Alright, I think that's just about everybody. Heard a lot of different opinions, but nothing really substantial. Maybe I'll have a better luck investigating around where that picture was taken. And so Van made his way to the abandoned church. What are you doing here? Ah, it's you. I was just trying to familiarize myself with the terrain. But I noticed an unusual aura coming from that abandoned church. What do you mean? I mean, I am definitely catching a whiff of something, but I can't quite place what it is. I'd say it's because you lack the proper training. Anyway, I'm assuming you have business over there. You could say that. Somebody asked me to take a look around for them. Van showed Chasm the picture of Tausend and told him about the fears regarding the apparition. I see. Well, it would seem that Vern's former CEO still has a number of unresolved anxieties. That being said, I'm surprised that Spriggan would even take a job like this. What, got a problem with that? The only reason I took the guy on was because I didn't want him getting any more carried away than he already is. Anyway, what did you think about the picture? Anything stand out to you? Not particularly. I thought the white blur was odd, but nothing more than that. I see. Well, I guess I'll just have to keep digging. Well, shall we get going? We are going the same way, after all. You're not exactly my ideal partner, but after you, I suppose. So this is it, huh? I'm sure it's a lot more creepy at night. It is very odd for the Septian Church to leave behind ruins like this. You usually only find them near abandoned villages, evacuated due to ongoing conflicts in the area. Now that you mention it, I guess it's pretty strange. Anyway, I've got some investigation to do, so this is where we go our separate ways. You'll find no arguments from me, however. I would like to know how you end up resolving the issue. Are you thinking it might be related to that weird feeling you mentioned earlier? Yes, and I prefer to have as much evidence as possible before drawing any conclusions. Well, if I find anything on my end, I'll be sure to fill you in. I appreciate it. Well, we'll speak later. Good luck. Alright, I still have no clue what made that white haze, Guess I'll just try and use short search to see what I can find. If I can pick up a trail somewhere, it might just lead me to the answer. Maybe something inside could offer a hint or two.
I'm getting a reading. You should investigate the area.
Where was it? There it is. Wait. What's this? A medallion? Looks like it got an engraving of ideas on it. It seems pretty old. It's all cracked too. Almost seems like somebody smashed it underfoot. Makes sense for something like this to be left behind in an abandoned church, but something about it feels off. I was hoping it would trigger like here, but that's okay. Not in a rush. The track seems to end here. Their pattern makes me think it's got some level of intelligence though. But there's no way it's human, it's gotta be a monster. The only question is what kind, and does it actually have anything to do with all this ghost business? Plus the footprints are incredibly round. I feel like I've seen them somewhere before. There's much to be concerned about, but our investigation will be ending shortly regardless. Come speak with me once your own is complete. A beat up orbital lighter lies discarded on the ground. What's an orbital lighter doing here? Looks like it's been through hell and back, so still got some life in it though. I doubt somebody from the villa would litter like this. It must have belonged to a tourist. I'm guessing they came out here at night to see how long they could hold out in a test of courage. They probably got so scared they dropped their lighter and ran for it. I guess that covers everything I want to look at. I don't think there's anything else worth examining here. I better report back to Chasm. Already done with your investigation? That was faster than I expected. Well, it's not like it's a big church. Anyway, figure out what that weird aura was all about? No. It seems I was just a bit too late. It appears to be unrelated to your photograph issue, however. You don't say. Excuse me. Marielle? What are you doing here? What do you think I'm doing? I'm here to investigate the photo I took, of course. I felt kind of guilty, so I thought I might as well lend you a hand to make up for it. I figured you would want to take a look in the church, so I decided to come out here myself. Lucky guess. Well, I didn't know you'd be working with someone from Marduk, though. Hope I'm not intruding. Not at all. Actually, you might just be right on time. It would seem Van's determination the true identity of your ghosts. Already? Well, it's pretty easy to piece together once you look at the evidence. First, there were the small round tracks I found. Then, there was the abandoned lighter and the cracked medallion. But out of those three, the one that points to the identity of the white haze is... The small round tracks, I guess. Because means something with a round surface landed on the floor. Maybe got a bit broken or something. Well, all three is a slight indicator for who it is. The owner of the lighter, the cracked medallion, but I feel the small round track is very well mentioned. The small round tracks I found using shard search, those are the key. Round tracks? What do you mean? From them we can infer that we're dealing with a monster that doesn't have any legs. But if it could fly, there would be no tracks at all, so it hops. Put that together with small and round, and there's only one thing it could be. A palm. Huh? A palm? Sorry, I'm not super familiar with monsters. I'm drawing a blank. Bombs inhabit every region of Zemuria, so it's a little surprise that they be here as well. They're incredibly adept at blending into their surroundings. However, they're also quite skittish. Personally, I haven't seen many around lately, but I've heard there's been recent sightings of a special shiny type that glows. They come in a whole variety of colors, but the white one is the most common. Maybe I've never seen one because they're so good at hiding. I guess the only question is left, how did white haze palm ended up in my chute? Yeah, that's the important part. You said you had the flash on when you were taking the picture of 1000, right? My guess is that our little friend was hiding outside of the church, but was startled when the light went off. It must have leaped behind 1000 in just at the right moment. Oh, you're right. That would explain everything. I'm not sure Mr. 1000 will accept it unless we show him some kind of photographic evidence, though. Do you think we can get it to pop out again if we take another picture with the flash on? I'm not so sure. Honestly, I feel like I probably spooked it just by entering the chapel. But given the tracks that Sven found, I assume it's just still somewhere around here. You think maybe it's too scared to come out? I'll guess I just have to find some other way to convince Mr. 1000. Actually, I think I can lure it out. We've come this far, right? Might as well get some solid proof. This should be interesting. Huh? Rah! It really worked. I better grab some photos. How nimble. Should we give chase? Well, we can't just let him go. It'll be dangerous to let a monster roam around on the main road. Looks like we got a little guy cornered. But he seems to have called for reinforcements. They're closing in on us. What are those things? Just stay calm and keep close. Allow me to lend a hand.
Deploying shards.
Damn, getting hit first with delays? Only 2 of us?
What's yours, Pomsey? All set. Armor.
I let Kazim take the honor on this one.
Use a shard beast to get the upper hand. Certain arts will work better.
Yeah, there's no reason not to use it. A hell snail.
Attack their weakness with an art.
Well, that would definitely do it, but I'm not up for that just yet.
Attack their weakness with an
I
art.
will watch your six.
Activating skill.
Time for the main event. Vandalize! Ready!
Boost gauge limiter unlocked.
Uh-oh.
Activating skill. What's yours, Pomsey? Barbados, raise! Don't stop now, Van. It's go time.
Yeah, that one definitely needs to be taken off the board.
Watch your six.
So what do we want to use on them for now?
Attack their weakness with an art.
Don't
Get
stop
them
now,
all.
Van. Not getting away. Blast off!
Alright, one off the board.
On scene, all set. Armor! Strike!
Yeah, we got this.
It's go time!
Alright.
Certain arts will work better.
Since there's only one left, might as well just
Don't stop now, fam.
go plasma sphere.
Chance. It's go time! I will watch your step. There! This Barbados raid!
Not too shabby. All clear. Phew, that poem was a hell of a lot tougher than he looked. Nice job, you two. I was able to get some great pictures during all the commotion. The poem was so fast, some of the shots came out a little blurry too. I'm sure Mr. Towson will be convinced once he gets a look at these. Nice work, kid. Guess I'll be able to wrap this job up after all. What about you? Got anything else they need to take care of? Actually, I'll be retiring for the evening. I still have some lingering concerns, but it would be best to review the whole situation before taking action. I see. Review the situation, huh? Guess I should probably do that myself. Especially with all the weird stuff we've run into lately. Well, if you're ready, what do you say we head back to the villa? And so the three made their way back to the villa where Kazim, saying farewell, part way along the route. Upon their arrival, Van and Marielle decided to pay a visit to Towson's room. You're right. This monster's about the same shape as the blur in the other photograph. Right, so you weren't actually being haunted. The problem just happened to pop up in the middle of the shoot. That's all there was to it, huh? I'm ashamed at how much I let this whole thing ruffle my feathers. Oh, I'm sorry, Mr. Towson, it's all my fault. If I just checked the photos more carefully before I handed them over, none of this would have happened. If anyone deserves blame, it's that monster for getting in the way. There was no fault of your own. Well, I appreciate you saying so. Still, if we take into account what Miss Shizuna and that priest had to say, it sounds rather likely that we could encounter some spiritual phenomena in the future. Best to be prepared at any rate. Perhaps I'll go see if they happen to know of any good precautions to take. Good point. From what they said, there's definitely something strange about this island, spiritual or otherwise. The situation is just so complicated already though, so this just makes it worse. Van, are you alright? Yeah, it's nothing really. Anyway, if you get into a pinch at night, you could always ask your roomie for help. I bet he'd be real happy to have something to beat the shit out of. The only problem is the room might not be intact afterwards. I am not sure if that's supposed to be comforting or terrifying, but I suppose I'll just have to consider it. Phew, I almost blew our cover. Well, it's wild that he could tell we were around. Even if he is the Kashim. Worked out okay though. That was things are going tomorrow ought to be pretty entertaining. Yeah, maybe. Not that I'm in a hurry to take any extra work though. Anyway, they're way more suspicious of the church now, so I switched it to a backup location for now. Roger that. Oh man, I'd sure like to go mess around with him a bit, but I guess we'll have to save that for later. Look forward to tomorrow, everybody. We're gonna have one hell of a time. Yeah, I already got a feeling it was gonna be a hell of a time, but now knowing those two are involved at the same time, it's gonna be spectacular, isn't it?
That takes care of that.
Photo of a phantom completed.
Mirror deposit confirmed.
That was a good quest. I really enjoyed that. So for now, we still have our connection events and we have our one last activity, which I will save of course for last. But considering this was like a full-on investigation quest, it filled up the episode quite nicely. And I think if we do a connection, I might be a little bit short on time. So I'm gonna leave it here for today. On the next one, we'll do the 2 connections and the activity and end the night as it is and see what's tomorrow in store for us. It's gonna be interesting, I'm sure. But for now, I wish you all a great night, morning, day, wherever you are. And if you're still here, don't forget to hit that like button, subscribe, and be back next time. So until then, bye bye.